What is up, guys? This is Keys to Adventure, back again with another how-to video for you. This is another one that's going to go in the Blood, Sweat, and Gears series. These are two pre-facelift MR2 headlights. The one on your... I'm not sure which side this is for you, because this is upside down. This may be the left side. But this one's stock. As you can see, there's no projector. There's just the reflector bowl. This one over here has a bi-LED 3-inch projector with Morimoto Panamera 2.0 shrouds, as well as a daytime running light halo and sequential turn signal halo built in. Before we head over to that oven, I want to go over some of the tools you'll need. To do it right, you do need a soldering iron and some solder. I'm using Milwaukee because I love Milwaukee's tools, and I had one. I guess buy a set of LEDs just to chop the harnesses off of. You feasibly could get your own, but I had these in the car already, so I'm going to be using these, just stripping the ends and using these. I already did it on the other ones and they worked great. A sharp cutting tool. I'm just using, this came in a pack of 4, I think, from the dollar store. It's one of the Breakaway Blades, and this one works amazing. You could tape it, but heat shrink's just going to do better. Try to keep these as sealed as possible, because the thing about factory wiring is it loves to corrode the second it sees water, and anything we can do to keep that out of there is going to be a bonus. There are some optional things. I recommend weird drill batteries or some other source of 12 volt. I have a DeWalt battery that works very well for this. It's a good idea to test your components before you do it. That way you don't build this headlight, seal it up, have everything done, and go to plug it in and not have it work and have to redo everything. Set of dikes or side cutters, whatever you want to call them. YouTube hates language, so I don't know if dikes is a bad word, but a set of these is definitely going to come in handy, as you've already seen, cutting the leads off of these. And there'll be some other things you need them for, but I recommend a set of dikes. This is a headlight, I guess, pry tool, separation tool. I don't know if it's going to focus on this. It literally is 2 flat spades. They look like spade connectors, and all it does is when you pull it, they separate. Sorry about that. They separate. That way you don't have to use a screwdriver and end up marring your headlight. You just take the housing when it's hot, come in between the panel here, stick it in, it'll separate a little bit. When you squeeze, it'll help you pull it apart without damaging the housing. So again, this isn't necessary. You can do it with screwdrivers and stuff, but please, if you care about them and you want to do it the right way, just invest in a set of these. These were $10 and I bought them with the shrouds. On to the last pieces you'll need. Sorry I didn't take this out of the package sooner. I was just leaving it so it didn't get dirty. So this is going to be your projector shroud. If you're using 3-inch shrouds, you are not going to need a centering ring. If you're using 2.5-inch, you will need a centering ring. What that's going to do is that's going to clip inside here and narrow the mounting point from 3 inches to 2.5 inches. I went personally with the Panamera 2.0. I think this is the most OEM looking you can go, and that's kind of what I'm going for. I do also like the turbines, but I wanted an OEM look for the car, and these specifically have halos built in. I'm going to show you real quick. Like I said, battery comes in handy to test components. So you'll come in here and pull these apart, and it's pretty obvious to see what's positive and negative. This is going to be your turn signal wire, the orange one. If you're doing the same ones, you come into battery negative, plug it into battery negative, come into battery positive, and plug it in. So as you see, that works well. They look really good. I stick another piece of metal in there of some sort. I was using this keychain onto the battery positive. Probably not the best for your batteries, but whatever. And there we can see, it is glowing orange. So these do work, we're good with that. We don't need to test these anymore. The last piece you're gonna need is your projectors themselves. I went with a cheaper set of bi-LEDs I got off Amazon. I'm gonna put a picture up here. They recently changed the product description so they are no longer the same ones. I'm sorry about that, but I can get you a link to Aliexpress if you'd like to try shopping with them. I haven't had issues. I've ordered quite a few things. As you've seen the steering wheel cover, these are just a little more expensive on Amazon, but they shipped a lot quicker. So they are anywhere from $100 to $150 for these. You can spend a lot more, you can spend a lot less, but generally speaking, they're mostly the same. They're only going to differ much with output, and if you go really cheap, their cutoff is going to be bad. Step 1 in your headlight disassembly. Sorry about my keys. Step 1 on the actual disassembly of the headlights. There are going to be screws in the backside. If you're following along for an MR2, great. If not, they'll be in different locations. So, to start off, we have a Phillips head screw on the top here. We are supposed to have a screw here, but that is gone. And there is a screw here, but that is not for the actual headlight. So at the moment, there is only one screw holding this in. These specifically are held in with butyl. There's two types that headlights are sealed. There's two types of sealed headlights. There's A, butyl. There's butyl-based headlights. And B, there is permasealed. I'm not going to go over permaseal, but butyl headlights work pretty much as hot glue. Now, it's a lot stickier and a lot thicker than hot glue. What you're going to have to do is heat up the entire surrounding of the headlight. Once that is heated up, then you're going to pull the headlight. As you're taking the headlight lens from the housing, you want to make sure that you're not getting the butyl strands as it pulls onto the housing inside. If you do that, you are going to spend hours trying to clean it out. Let alone if you get it on the chrome, it will never come off. So, we're in the kitchen, as you see. This is the way I do it. You can do it your own way, but this is the way I'm going to do it. Take your oven, set her at 210 degrees, and let her preheat. Once it's preheated, this is a very, very big step. Please make sure you use cardboard. If you don't set cardboard down under the lens, you have a very high chance of melting the lens, or damaging the lens, or even the backside, to your actual oven's grates. So please set this down underneath the headlight before you put it in. If you need to, take a grate out to make some room. Take your cardboard, set it in. Take your headlight with all of the bulbs removed, all the screws removed, and set it on that cardboard. Close her up. Now wait 10 minutes, roughly. Each headlight's a little different. The FJ did not like heat, so I could use a heat gun. But these did not react very well with the heat gun. They didn't open up at all. So I'll be back when these are popped open. In the meantime, I'm gonna make a snack. If you guys haven't tried them, Sam's Club has some absolutely wonderful boneless chicken bites. They're buffalo flavored. They also have pretty much Chick-fil-A knockoffs in red and white checkered bags. I highly recommend you try them. They're phenomenal. Little dash of oil. Should be good. So, for this part, I'd recommend grabbing some oven mitts, or in my case, TIG welding gloves. This is going to be the part where you pull these headlights out. While they're still hot, grab your pry tool and start going to work. So, I don't think these were quite hot enough. I'm going to put them back in for a little longer. Welcome back to my eternal hell. What? Who said that? Back to, yeah, this. So, next step, we're going to come over on this side. And just about there is, right about there, is the, sorry, you can't see. You guys see the bowl reflector piece? Yeah, we're not going to use that. So you're going to come in here, there's like a little tab, you're going to pop it and pull it out. Boom. Now, come back over here. And find your piece. They're the little notched pieces. Find the one that fits yours. Once you find it, drop it on in and lock it in place like you would a headlight bulb. we have that. There, y'all can see that. Perfect. Set this aside for a second and grab your projector. And that little baggie of goodness, there should be a rubber washer. Ah, there it is. Actually, before I go any further, I'm gonna take my soldering iron and pre-tin the leads. That way I don't have to deal with them fraying as I work. Now take your headlight, you're going to feed those wires through that big opening in the back. And then you're going to take your little wing nut and run those wires through the wing nut. Wing nut's on, and you're just going to thread this on as tight as you can get it for now. Don't go too tight, because we are going to have to adjust the angle of the projector here later, but it's going to need to be dark out to do that. So back to this. Now we have our projector installed. We are going to take our halo and actually disconnect it from the driver. Pop that out. There is a daytime running light bung, or hole, you can see right about there. We're actually going to run the wire through there, but not through the back hole. Now comes soldering. So we have lead A and lead B. So that'll give us something that looks a little like this. So now I have a lead. This is going to be our high beam switch. So as you can see here, we have these heat shrinked and soldered together. So now we have a high-low. Well, I guess for right now, this is the low beam hooked up. So now we kind of got to wait for nightfall so we can actually finish aiming and aligning the projectors. So you guys will notice I didn't really finish the video. I kind of cut it short. But I appreciate you guys watching this long. I had a lot of fun making these. These are beautiful at night. I drove all the way to Charlotte last night. Beautiful. Perfect cutoff. Not a single person flashed me because the cutoff is perfect. And the output is amazing. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'll be making some more videos soon. They'll probably not be expensive videos like these, but they'll still be videos nonetheless. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you subscribe. Have a great day.